the haters out there who say,
kids are just for kids.
No, they're not. If you think that, then you have a pretty boring life. Unless you're a kid, then you haven't learned what it means to get older. There are times I get comments that say she kind of like the is dirty, like she should shower more.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Please wash your hair, Lemao. In case you're not aware, I am rocking a Snape hairstyle, just you can't change that, it's clean, just pretty flat. Now, I am myself. So if you have a problem with Professor Snape, he is an awesome dude. If you don't know Professor Snape, you're gonna get a little picture of Professor Snape. He's a teacher, I'm a teacher, we have flat hair, and we rock, and we look a little goth, and we have both an epic frown. And so with the theme of washing ourselves, this week, we're going to salty review Glycerin Soap by Kiss Naturals. Last time I checked out Kiss Naturals, their lip balm kit got 7 on 10 dorks, which is pretty decent. Now some of you might be asking, do I know anything about soap making? Come with me, over there. Just come. Let me show you something in my truck. Yes, the answer is yes. Now don't get me wrong, I am not Royalty Soaps. They are amazing at making soaps, but I like to dabble in different crafts. So this kit cost me $16 Canadian, but you can also find it for about $14 US. Let's see what we get inside. Oh, it smells good. We get 2 molds, and I'm pretty impressed that they're actually shiny. So if you wanted to use these for resin, that would be pretty cute. We get a dinosaur, flower, penguin butt, a star, gummy bear, what's this thing called? Butterfly, another flower, and a heart. So we kind of get a variety of adult themes, as some of you like to say.
These kids, they're for kids. I don't understand why you're an adult. Get a real job and stop making kids' crafts.
To those people I say, adults are allowed to have fun too. These kits are not just for kids, unlike Trix, that darn cereal. Glycerin soap that seems to be divided in 8 pieces. I'm gonna pop these things out so I can stop going back and forth. And then we get 2, this time non-cracked caps. This one is Tropical Sunset. Ooh, and what's this one? Jasmine. I love jasmine. Let's sniff Tropical Sunset. Smells like coconut and pineapple, so pina colada. And jasmine. Oh, this jasmine actually smells really good. Sometimes they have like this skunky smell to them, but this one actually smells like flowers, so kudos for making me not hate this. And then we get 2 colorants. I checked in the ingredients list, and these are mica powders, but it does say that it was mixed with cornstarch. So we get a pink and a turquoise color. I used to say turquoise because that's how we say it in French, but a lot of you were like, you don't even know how to say turquoise. A little mixing spoon and a funnel cup. And we also get the instructions. So we have this 1 page. This one's for another kit that makes a smaller amount, and this is what we're going to be following to the T. So as I am fidgeting, here's another detachable part, which is not that easily detachable, obviously. I don't know what this is for, but I'm going to assume it's for the cup. I don't think it's really necessary, just because, I mean, the cup can hold itself. Nope. This is for the cup, which is really not that needed. That soap was great to work with. It was so easy to melt, and not only that, but it actually stayed liquid form for quite some time. So I have no complaints on that. I think my biggest beef comes with the pink mica powders.
Bruh.
The fact that they're supposed to be pink but they're not is one thing, but they're not even pearly at all, which is a big frustration, and I think that has to do with the fact that maybe there's a little too much cornstarch in there, so it diluted the fact that it was, you know, supposed to be pearly. The biggest issue with some of the molds is that some parts were so slim or too shallow that after 2 or 3 washes, they were either already breaking or they just didn't come out after you unmold them. Alright, so it's time to unmold them. As you can see, some of the molds have pretty shallow designs, so I don't know if they're gonna come out okay. You know what? Let's start with the ones we did first. So I think we did the star. Really not pearly at all. It just kind of looks like translucent. And then the gummy bear that has no ears because the mold is too shallow on top. He's like, not listening, because I got no ears. Same thing, it's not pearly at all, and we have a couple of spots in there. Probably I didn't mix it well enough, and they're not pink too, they're red. Now we're going to do the blue ones, and these ones were pretty pearly, even though I put about the same amount. So here it is. And it really almost barely smells like jasmine. And this one barely smells like coconut and pineapple. It really needed way more drops. So it's just a hint of a possibility, of an option, of a maybe smell. And then our wee little dinosaur. Super cute. And now, since I took some creative liberties, let's do the multicolor ones. That's a cool effect, but again, the pink is not pink, and nor is it as pearly as the blue one. And lastly, our penguin, that I highly doubt the beak will come out, and if it does, it's just way too thin. Cool effect again, but you can see blue pearl versus non-pearl on the pink. And this part, crappy. Time to know, is this worth it? So as usual, I will start with the cons and then let you know about the cons. Wow, I'm really getting into this salty thing. What I mean is I'm gonna start with the cons and then let you know the pros. Here on SaltEcrafter, we like to have fun. No, really, we like to have fun. So let's start with the salty things. The first con is that there's a useless holder. Unlike for the lip gloss kit, we had the holder because the actual vial was pretty slim. This time we have a cup. Why do we need the cup? It's plastic. We're gonna be putting things into the microwave. So is it necessary? The answer is most definitely not. Even though the instructions are pretty straightforward, how much of the colorant you're supposed to put is extremely vague. Am I supposed to put a 1/4 teaspoon, a 1/2 spoon? What am I supposed to put? Because whatever they've given us is definitely not enough to make 16 soaps. The next issue is that when it comes to kits, they're kind of there to pique your interest into a specific kind of craft. The instructions here were way too linear. They just weren't giving you other options to enjoy this kit. Especially if you're a beginner and you're like, you know what, I really want to try something different. You pick up soaps, but you don't necessarily know if you can make swirls or mix colors or, you know, anything like that. I would say if the instructions had a little bit more fluff, it would be interesting. Back to the powder issue, we didn't get a mini spoon or something to pull it out with. Once you start stirring your hot soap, you can't really go back and take more with the actual wet spoon. You gotta go, you know, get a popsicle stick or try to pour it down, but you risk kind of using it all. What was up with the pink mica powder? What happened? First of all, it wasn't pink. Secondly, it wasn't mica-ish. When you use mica powders, it's supposed to have this gorgeous swirly effect in the same way that we did with the blue one. And it just wasn't there at all. And it was red, kind of like a gummy red. So it didn't really feel like there was enough mica as much as there were fillers in that colorant. All right, when it comes to the molds, they had some pretty cute shapes, but a few of them, the penguin and the bear, had very shallow ends, so the beak was absolutely useless. The ears were so high up that my gummy bear had no ears whatsoever. The instructions said to put approximately 8 drops of soap smell, but even though I put up to the maximum, it barely smelled like the tropical or the jasmine. It just smelled like glycerin, so there wasn't enough of it. So you would have to probably put more than that, depending if you like your hands to smell good. Maybe it's just me, but we're definitely not getting enough mica powders for the amount of soap that we're supposed to make. We're supposed to be making 16 of them, but I've already gone through about 1/3 of it, just making 6. It looks like I have quite a bit of beef with the micas, but I'm gonna go back to the blue one. We didn't have as much of the blue as we did in the pink vial. So I don't know if that's quality control, but they definitely gave us a lot less of the blue one. When it comes to playability, this kit falls pretty short. It's going to keep you busy for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes maximum. So if you're looking for something for a rainy day, not necessarily that, unless all you plan to do is just wash your hands all day. But it would be good as a quick activity if you just kind of want to get something over with. Now let's find out whether or not this is actually double bubble. Let's go wash our hands with some of that soap. Now Now for the pros. As we had just seen, the first pro is going to be that, yes, this actually for some reason has double bubble. I don't know why. You saw against the soap that I used, I had to use way more water and kind of lather it up way more. So yeah, definitely it does advertise double bubble, and it feels like it was way easier to make bubbles with that soap. Same as the previous Kiss Natural kits. What I like is the fact that this is a natural product. We're not getting all these weird chemicals in there to do something that we don't know what they do. The list of ingredients are there, so you know that they're natural. Thankfully, they are animal friendly. Now, the price is actually pretty decent. As I had said, this is a $17 kit versus $14 if you are US. So each bar of soap, even though it is tiny, it is costing you about 88 cents. So the activity that you're getting from it and kind of the experience, if you're interested in soap making, is not too bad. Simple and straightforward. The instructions were pretty easy to follow. For some reason, this soap melts way more easily than the one that I have, so that's always a good thing. You really didn't need more than 10 seconds in the microwave. Even though I said that the playability on this is a con because you don't get much time, for some people they would see this as a pro. So if you're looking for something very quick to do and the people that you have over or the kids that you have over really just want to go from one activity to another, this would be a definite yes for short activities, if that's what you're looking for. And because it wouldn't be a SaltEcrafter review if I didn't fall in love with dumb details, I like the funnel cup. So overall, I would give this kit a 7 on 10 dorks. It does do what it says it will do. So you do get soap that is double bubble and you can have fun with it. Same with their lip gloss. It is glossy and it goes on pretty smooth, and I've actually been using it ever since I made the review. Now you know both the pros and cons, so you can make a smart decision whether this is something that is for you. And for all the haters out there who say,
Kits are just for kids.
no, they're not. If you think that, then you have a pretty boring life. Unless you're a kid, then you haven't learned what it means to get older. If you want to watch another salty review, make sure you click up here. And if you want to watch a craft video, make sure you click down there. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video.